Sunday, I'm actually going to make another penne pasta with heirloom tomatoes recipe with shrimp, Louisiana shrimp. I know I've got some other pasta recipes on my blog, but pasta is always a good recipe to have, no matter what you do with it. So anyway, enjoy the ride. I have no idea what I'm actually doing. It's one of those ones where I'm just going to make it up as I go, and it's probably really similar to other ones, but who cares as long as it's good. Anyway, it's going to be easy because it's a football day and I have a friend coming over, and so I'm going to make it while we're here and watching TV. So like I said, it's going to be easy. Okay, just fair warning, while I'm cooking this, we actually have company for football downstairs. So with my husband, you may hear a little bit of yelling, talking, whatever goes along with NFL football. But right now, I am making something really simple, and it is a pasta. I'm going to use a little bit. If I had some white wine, which I don't right at the moment, I would probably use that instead of broth. I do have red wine, but red would color everything, so I don't want that. We're going to do some Louisiana shrimp. I haven't decided if I'm going to use these small ones or the big chunks of heirloom tomatoes. And then we're going to do onion and then mushrooms. So it's going to be really easy. And I'm going to do penne pasta. And so it's going to be just a real simple recipe. And I'm going to use or complement it with a salad and some rolls. Duh, what recipe wouldn't need garlic? And then of course I'll use oregano and basil. I had some fresh basil, but when I opened it up it was all soggy and I'm like, ugh. So we're going to use basil flakes, which kind of makes me cringe, but that's what I got to do. Don't mind my pans. For whatever reason, I get them all. I think it's my husband. Don't tell him I said that, but I do not use sharp objects in my pan, so who else? But anyway, I'm going to heat up a little bit of olive oil, and then I'm going to put the onion and the garlic in first. Got my water going. It's got a little oil and salt in it, and I'm going to get that cooked till it's al dente, and then I will put it in with the rest. And last minute decision, I'm going to put some peppers in this. I've got the onions and the peppers and the garlic, and it's going to cook until it's tender, and then I'm going to add, and I've decided to go with the big chunks of heirloom, and then the mushrooms and the shrimp will go in last. I've got, this is still pretty, this will go in about the same time the mushrooms and the shrimp goes in. Thinking one of each color, the red, green, and yellow, as if you guys can see that. Anyway, I'm going to cut them into big chunks. I may use this little one here if I need more. We'll see. And then once I get those in, I'm going to put a little bit of the broth in. I'm going to put in 1/4 of a teaspoon to 1/2 of a teaspoon of flakes, parsley flakes, about a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of basil, about 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper, about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, this is sea salt, not margarita salt, sea salt, and probably about 1/2 teaspoon to a teaspoon of chili flakes. And you can hear it starting to sizzle. I am putting in 1/4 of a cup of broth. I may add a little bit more, but I don't want it too thin. I want it just mostly chunky and good. All right, so I'm measuring out, and I pull out my 1/4 teaspoon, and I'm like, what the hell happened to that? But apparently it got melted in the dishwasher. So apparently it's a new time for measuring spoons. So on here, I'm letting this pretty much, yeah, you can hear them yelling down there, but anyway, you can, I'm letting this boil almost all the water out. I used 4 cups of water for a full package of the, let's see, it's a 12-ounce package. And then, so it will serve around 4 to 6 people depending on serving size. And I've got all, oh my gosh! There you go. So it's got all the seasonings in there now. Aren't they colorful? So that's going to go in next. I don't think I'm going to use that other little one. I think I'm just going to go with this. And we'll do some mushrooms and the shrimp. All right, so I put in the pasta, and look, you can see how full it is. And I still have the tomatoes, the shrimp, and everything else to go. So it's going to be pretty full. So I'm thinking, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to put it into a bigger saucepan. That's just to be on the safe side. Okay, so I've got it in a bigger saucepan. As you can see, it's a lot better. And I put the tomatoes in there, and I'm going to add another a fourth cup of broth in there. And now I've got the shrimp in. They're frozen, so we've got to get going on those, and then the mushrooms. And so while I'm doing that, I'm going to do my salad. While this is cooking, I'll do my salad, and I will do my bread heat up. I've got bread. I'm just going to heat it up. 5 minutes I let it cook all together, and now I'm going to let it do another 4 while the rolls are heating up, and then it's time to serve. We're done. Here's our rolls, and I just have ordinary salad. Of course, they're ordinary rolls too, but okay, we're done. It's ready to dish up, and I'll take a picture of it dished up.